Good evening, everyone. Welcome to 21-Day Spiritual Challenge by Silicon Valley Brahmakumaris. I'm Meghna, your host for this week. And today is the day 2 of this challenge, and we'll continue our discussion on anger. And but let's start off today with a quick few minutes of meditation and just two simple tips that we discussed yesterday. One is to keep yourself in this spiritual lab, which is every thought that we are saying out loud here is personally meant for you. Accept it fully and see how it feels. Don't create any doubts about it. It's really meant for you. Second one is, let's keep the mind busy in creating visuals so that our heart is activated and is in this meditation. So without any further ado, I'm going to start the meditation commentary. Please join me. Let's take few deep breaths. With every breath out, let go of home, work, people, past. Just for few minutes, let it all go. And let's take a journey within to be with the most beautiful being, I, the soul. I am a pure, clean, and fragrant energy. Energy that vibrates in the frequency of peace, love, and happiness. I am the energy that makes this body alive. My face smile, my eyes shine. It is I, the soul, that makes me alive. I am a powerful, wise, and a divine being. Welcome everyone once again to the 21-day spiritual challenge. I will just share my screen and then we'll get started with the topic of anger. So let me just go ahead and start that. So yesterday we talked about the root cause of anger, and like we concluded that when our expectations don't match with the reality, the desires are not met. It could be any kind of a desire. It could be as simple as, I want my idea to be accepted by everyone, that everyone should like my idea, and somebody else's idea gets chosen, and that makes me angry. I thought my idea was the best, and if it went forward, it meant I was more important, I could be more happy. So I am conditioning my mind to experience respect when certain things happen. I am conditioning my mind to say I should be happy when this happens. And when it doesn't happen, with each one of us, we create many desires. We should ask ourselves these questions: how many of these desires get met? Actually, quite a few of them do. But then what happens is we get so dependent on this way of living. Create a desire that gets fulfilled, then I will be happy. We start creating, we start with 100, then 1,000, then millions and gazillion desires we create. And if we have so many desires, there's bound to be many which will not be met. And that is when irritation, anger becomes a way of living. Because I, the spirit, needs to be happy, to be respected. That is my core essential requirement. And when somebody threatens, takes away that requirement from me, I get angry at them. Hey, I wanted to be happy and you're not letting me be happy, so I'm mad at you. Now, moving forward, we said we will talk today about the various different forms of anger. Now, for example, in Brahmakumaris, we are taught so beautifully about every subject. We are given all the details about the subject so that we know what are the symptoms if I'm affected by these deficiencies. So, this anger shows up in three different forms. One is the very well known loud form. I think each one of us is well aware of this. You're shouting at the top of your voice. Maybe your neighbors can hear it. And this form of anger, it burns you and it also burns the others around you. One big piece of information that was given to me and which has made me very, very alert about this kind of anger is someone who gets yelled like this is put down in a demeaning manner by being yelled. The person creates sadness, pain, and sorrow for at least 6 months because of that yelling. So, unknowingly, we might be responsible for someone to be sad in deep pain for 6 months. So when somebody gives someone so much pain, can they ever be peaceful? So, it's a very dangerous form of anger and very, very harmful because it's causing someone to be hurt for such a long time. And when somebody is hurting on my behalf, I cannot be in peace. The second form is the silent form. Many of us, might be secretly inside only creating these thoughts, which is planning revenge against someone, is constantly plotting how can I bring this person down. This is a form of resentment, jealousy, hatred, and revenge. Very internal. It's a black form of anger. So the other person might not even know that something so damaging is being planned against them, and suddenly the person who's planning, plotting hits this person and they're caught off guard. This is again a very harmful form of anger because it's very, very dark and mean. And internally, all I'm thinking about is how do I harm this person? Think about jealousy. What is jealousy? Jealousy is basically saying, I wanted that happiness. I deserve that respect and appreciation. You got it instead. So I am jealous. I don't like it that you got more happiness, more appreciation than me. So I am jealous of you. So being angry because somebody else got more, they are more happy, is a very dark emotion again. The third form of anger which is really a royal form of anger. This typically is, kind of being very bossy. I have a very typical way of doing things at work or at home, and I will use my position, my name, my authority, or authority above me, any kind of excuse to make sure people do things exactly like the way I tell them. Yes, for certain things there is little bit of, no margin, you should do it like that. But majority of the things we do in life, it's okay if there is little bit of difference. But this bossy anger will use every excuse to control people, to micromanage them. It is also a form of anger. Very strong expectation. Things should be done only like this. My way is the only right way. I am telling you this should be completed within a week. And I start bossing people around. And this is a very royal form of anger, but it is also anger. So if I'm very bossy, if I'm stern and nagging, any of these three forms are a homework for you to do a little bit of self reflection. Which forms of anger might be affecting you? Maybe it is none. You are a really lucky one in that case. Typically, this loud form of anger starts with mini irritation, frustration, and then takes a louder form. Um, and it's quite possible that we are affected by all three forms. Maybe one of them is higher intensity than the others. But it's good to acknowledge. Till we don't acknowledge that this exists in us, there is no way to really get over it. Then, one important point, right? It's literally like this kettle boiling. When I'm angry, this is what it is, steam's coming out from all over me. I am burning, literally burning inside, right? Many times when we don't have full clarity about a particular emotion, if we feel it is useful, it is justified, it is needed, then we are very business-like people. Human beings are the most calculative and business-like people, which is a good thing. That if something is useful for me, then yes, obviously I should use it. And our design is whatever we use will grow in us. So if I feel anger is useful, is justified in certain situations, then we will keep using it. Now, you know, the knowledge that I received here at Brahma Kumaris gives full clarity that there is really no gray area. Either an emotion is very good or it is bad. Anyone who's angry, if we ask them, are you very comfortable right now? Nobody will say, yes, I'm comfortable. I'm very happy that I'm so angry. They will be wanting to become peaceful. They'll be craving to become peaceful. So it is a very uncomfortable emotion that harms every cell of our body. High blood pressure, one of the biggest reason is anger, resentment. There will not be a single doctor that will say, hey, 5 times a day, please get angry, your health will be better. No, right? When something is so damaging for our body, how are relationships doing when I am a person who gets angry? Nobody wants to hang around with me. So I'll be a loner. I'll be a person who'll be living alone because nobody wants to stand around a person who gets angry easily. So it damages my relationships, it damages my body. Emotionally, I'm feeling drained. How is it useful? It is causing loss in every area of my life, but I feel it is useful. It's only because I've not figured out a better way to live, a better way to get my message across to people, a better way to fix things in my life, in the world, everywhere. There are options, but we feel anger is the only way. Anger is not a right emotion. So, how does it have the right to prove something wrong? It doesn't have that right. It itself is wrong. It itself is uncomfortable and negative. So, something that is so damaging cannot be the right way to solve anything. Right? We say, I'm angry because you did something so wrong. Obviously, I'm angry. Okay, they did something wrong. Agreed. Now, when you are getting angry, are you doing the right thing? Are you being nice to your body? Are you being nice to your emotional health? Are you being nice to this person? No. Then, when you are not using the right method to prove someone wrong, then you have no right to prove someone wrong. If I have to call someone wrong, then I need to use the right process. And in the upcoming days, we will talk about what are our options. If I don't get angry in this situation, how do I solve it? Am I supposed to just withdraw from everything? Am I supposed to just remain peaceful and not fix my life? No, absolutely. We need to fix, we need to take care, and we also need to speak up when needed. But we don't need to use this emotion that damages us and others. So anger's simple policy is assume lot of things about people. They're like this, I know it, they're mean, they're bad, I know they will never agree with me. All kinds of assumptions. And then once it assumes, it attacks. So anger assumes and attacks. Attacks whom? Not the act, not the incorrect act. It starts attacking the person that performed that act. It will call it all kinds of names. And that is why it hurts the person bad. Because we are really taking away their esteem when we are angry at them. We start calling them names. And sometimes we attack ourselves too when we are angry at ourselves. So, indeed, it is a very negative emotion till we don't completely have this clarity that it is harmful in every form, and it is not the right way. No matter what happens, this is not the right way to fix it. Till I don't get that full understanding and internal realization, I will keep using anger. So, homework for you all is to think about this little bit more. And we have a feedback forum in the description of the YouTube video. Feel free to submit questions related to this topic to us, and also provide feedback on this event. And we will try our best to answer some of your questions in the upcoming days, as long as it's related to this topic. And with that, let's get started with the meditation for today. I am a pure, peaceful, and happy being. I come from the land of silence, nirvana, and one day will go back home. I came empty handed and will take nothing back with me home. I am an eternal and imperishable light. I can neither be created nor can I be destroyed. I have always been around. I am the most fortunate being because everything that I want is already within me. My core need is to be happy, loving, peaceful, and I, the fortunate being, already have everything within me, and I can emerge it through my powerful thoughts and pure feelings. I am so powerful that not only can I create peace for myself, but I can influence many people in the world to become peaceful through my vibrations. I can make the nature calm and serene through my aura. And I already see my magic in places like temples, church, and meditation retreat centers. It's my aura that makes these places magical, divine, and pure. So let's create regard for the self and every being through our thoughts. I am a powerful actor that has been sent to this physical world to perform many magical roles, create wonder and magic in this world. I, the magnificent actor, gets to perform in this enormous stage, the world. Have been given the quality to create peace, love, and happiness. Creativity is the speciality of humankind. So I thank my blessings for being the most elevated creation of this universe. I have the responsibility to not only take care of myself, my fellow human beings, but also the animals, the plants, and the nature. So much responsibility has been put on my shoulders because I am God's elevated creation, filled with divinity, talents, and specialities. The wonders of the world